Welcome to Board Game Empire. Today we're going to do a review of Rival Restaurants by Gap Closure Games. This is pretty much a point-side game where you have your own restaurant, chefs, you're collecting ingredients to score points and create your own recipes. So just a great, cool little gateway game that you can play in under, I think it's 45 to 60 minutes. And so we're just going to jump right into the review. So for the rules, I would give it 5 out of 5. Great rule book. Also, you get a progression of the day, which is pretty much a player aid. And so it gives you a lot of the information needed. Here's the rule book. And it's very detailed, illustrated, has bold fonts, italic. The font's easy to read, it's big enough. Also, the illustration shows how you set the game. And so just a great rule book, 5 out of 5. So component quality, 5 out of 5. Like the component, the boards are nice and vibrant. This little set it's cool. The only problem is you can only see it when you're buying the upgrades. If you're on this side of the board, if you're on this side, it's hard to see. They do provide the player aid that actually does help and gives information anyways. So also, I like the coins and the little tracker where you'll be picking which pretty much store you could be buying from. There's also the timer, and so you just flip the timer. There's action cards where you're able to do a lot of different actions. And I would say the action cards is pretty much what the best part of the game, because it gives it that take that element to it. There's also you collect garbage as you make recipes, and if you don't get rid of the garbage in the island and pay 100 for each one, then it kind of slows down your progression. I like the restaurants. They're nicely illustrated, and each one does a lot of different things, and you get plenty of them. You get 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess this so you can make your own. 5, 6. So you get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you get 8 total different ones. Then you get chefs. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 different chefs, and they each come with their own little standees, which is pretty cool. And so as you discard each round, the last card into the center section, then you pretty much, that's kind of like your cleanup phase. Each player gets 300 unless you upgrade the social media and advertising celebrity endorsement, which will give you 100 each round extra. So just great components. So experience, I would give like a 4 out of 5. Great experience. We had blast. I would say the first couple games we weren't using the actions enough, and so it was kind of repetitive. Once we implemented the action cards, it kind of picked up and was more of a challenge, and we were able to do that, take that element that we enjoy in games. So 4 out of 5. So mechanics, I would give it like a 4 out of 5. Great mechanics. There's a lot of things you could do. You could buy the ingredients, you get the action cards. But for the most part, you're just going through each store throughout the rounds, and you're trying to collect ingredients to either do your basic recipe or your gourmet recipe. And depending on which one you choose, you you go through the scores points quicker, and you're trying to get to 20 to win the game. But as you go up the score, you pretty much are able to obtain different things, like this is rice and dough, hot sauce, and big cheese. So once you get to 3, you take 300. Once you get to 7, take 600. Once you get to 12, you take 900. And so you're able to do different as you progress. And each one actually has different things that you're able to do. Some it's passive abilities, so you pay less, or you grab a upgrade or something. So these are the upgrades. So you could do you could cook, you could do a double cook top where you're able to cook twice. Gourmet recipe book, so you're able to grab one, or basic recipe book. And a lot of times those are like you pick 4 and you grab one each time you complete a recipe. So great mechanics. So 4 out of 5. Replayability, I would give it 5 out of 5. Great replayability, playing cards. If there's some expansion, it'll be a little better. I mean, I think that the replayability is 5 out of 5, but it could just use a little bit more elements, more action cards, or more chefs, or some more restaurants that allow you to do more things. But I can see them implement a expansion that goes well with this game, because there's many different avenues that I could think of where they could implement new things to it. So replayability, 5 out of 5. Overall total, I would give probably like a 3.5 out of 5, and that would be like a 7.5 out of 10. Great game. We have a blast. This is I feel more of a gateway game, because the rules are a little simplistic, but yet still a little harder than your standard board games. So a lot of people that are not used to, that are just, they don't have a big collection, or they haven't gone into the harder, more complex game. This is more of a gateway game, I feel, that people could get into. And it's also a family-oriented game that a lot of people will enjoy. And so for that aspect, that's why I give it 7.5 out of 10, because we have blast, and I just want to see a little bit more probably implemented to the game, which I'm sure they will with the expansion, because I can see this having a huge crowd following, because the flow of the game works very well, and the action cards does implement that, take that action, which gives it the competitive edge in the game. So overall, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. My social media is down below in the description. I will have a link where buy the game, and we'll see you in the next video.